Good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode of Tales of the Skytorn. My name is Brandon Ross. I am your host and game master, and hopefully, I sound okay. I had to make a few adjustments to the arrangement of the microphone for tonight. Things may be a little off, so just please bear with us. Outside of that, the lovely individual panels you see on the screen is my fantastic table who will be joining me around our virtual tabletop for this incredible tabletop game and storytelling event. Yeah, I didn't take 2 weeks off for the holidays. No, you can't tell.
Happy New Year! It's
Happy New Year.
2023.
Yes, absolutely. Happy holidays. Happy New Year. I hope everybody was safe and had fun over this time. If you were caught in that crazy blizzard just as I was, it was definitely intense. I know that our lovely Ford, him and his wife were stuck in, I think, Louisville for like 6 hours because on an interstate, just couldn't move. So they did get where they were going safe. Thankfully, I spent some time in Ohio and I just kind of stayed in grandma's house and ate cookies, so I was good.
You made cookies with Grandma and you didn't share with the class.
Sorry.
What? What is
We were
wrong?
snowed in.
Ah.
Is that a good
I only live
excuse? We
like,
were
like
snowed
three
in?
to 4 hours. I could have trucked the snow.
That's just a likely excuse. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
He
yeah, yeah,
just,
yeah,
he
yeah,
just
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
want to give us any. I
I
got.
did
I
not
understand.
know.
I
So
understand.
I'll tell you right
Easily
now,
borrow
my
an
favorite
ATV and
cookie,
drive out there.
my favorite cookie will forever be the peanut butter cookie with the little Hershey kiss in the middle.
Oh my god,
Oh, it's
yes.
so good. Oh gosh, I could talk about holiday treats so much. Y'all, I put the pounds on for sure. I don't know if you can see it in my face or my belly right now, but good
I
God,
can
I
feel it.
I let go.
I mean, Christmas is cheat time, isn't it?
Don't
Yeah, I was about to say Christmas and New
shush.
Year's is definitely cheat time.
No, don't encourage that. That's bad
Well,
for
it's
us.
it's bad for me. I'll get lazy and then I'll get sore.
It's okay. Remember, my job is just to give you
Just
shit.
give me shit. I know.
Exactly. I'll be doing. You just gave me more reason to do what I should be doing.
Yeah. Well, while you're doing that, let's make sure we talk about our fantastic other things we have going on over the holiday break. We did have quite a few brainstorming events with a myself and a couple individuals. We have some fun things coming down the line. Not only here on our Twitch channel, but you will be seeing a bit more activity kicking up on our YouTube, which you can just follow our link tree to get to that. You can go over to our Patreon as well. Things are not ramping up just yet, but we have some things in the works. Recordings have already begun, along with a podcast that we are doing that'll be helmed up by Mr. Ford. We got a good couple episodes started, and he is on his way diligently editing. If you enjoy the content we have here and you want to interact with us on a lovely text-based event, there are two discords you can join up to for different purposes. To just come chat, hang out, and free flow, have fun, and share memes, you're going to want to head over to the Player Hater Gaming Discord, to where we will have a game here and there every once in a blue moon, but it's mostly just for chilling out, sharing life events, and sharing memes. But if you're into the roleplay aspect of the text Discord channels, then I highly encourage you to head over to the West Marches server for the David Nix. You want to give me that quick little spot?
Ashirma, Land of Prosperity. Pretty much, it is the future of our Sunday stream. A couple of millennia in the future where you could actually do and pretty much live in the world that, as you sit through Sunday, is continuously growing. All of the lore. If you want to go back to the older episodes, you could always catch them up on Twitch. I mean, YouTube, actually, because that's where they all are. But you
Yep.
can interact with some of us there. I run the occasional quest on there myself. A lot of the Sunday crew also run quests on there. You can interact with our characters. So, if that's what you want to do, or even learn how to play Dungeons and Dragons, it's the best place to learn.
Absolutely. Thank you, David, for jumping in on that. I appreciate it. I want to make sure that I didn't miss anything when it came to that. So I was like, let me make sure I get someone who's much
You're
more
welcome.
involved with that project. As much as I love it, I don't get to get in there as often as I would like to. Oh, nice. Um, that is a history you and I shared together. Also was previous military, and we have a good couple of members there as well. So come check us out and hang out. We love playing D&D and just sharing life stories. Let me see here. It's been 2 weeks since I've done anything like this, so We got the socials, right? Find us on TikTok. Find us on Instagram. Find us on what did the boomers say? You can find us on the Facebooks sometimes.
The Facebook.
I believe mostly our biggest pushes are always going to be the top three: the Twitter, the Instagram, and the TikTok. So we have some fun stuff there and some more things planned for our TikTok. Got some fun side projects going on here and there. Let's see here. I think that's about it that I'm ready to announce right now. We might have a few more campaigns coming y'all's way for the content side of things, but outside of that, I think we're ready to jump into our episode, unless you guys want to share any fun you had over the 2-week holiday. Don't make me call you in front of the class.
Listen,
I worked almost the entire time.
You what?
I worked almost the entire time.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Only fun I had was painting Warhammer 40k miniatures.
Nice. I'm going to have to put you on my roommate.
I
Roommate
got
wants to
dice
get
in
into
a
that.
dice tower. I'm
You-
happy with
You
what
got dice in a dice tower? Nice.
Oh,
I got
yes.
what's a fun gift I got? Oh my I got the traditional grandma gift. I got a bar of soap made from Budweiser.
Oh my god.
It actually
Such
smells
an-
really good. It smells delicious.
But it does smell like Budweiser, right?
No, it smells amazing. It smells like pine.
My brother has a bar of soap that smells like bourbon.
Bourbon.
Really-
Oh man, wow.
Because one of the people on this Twitch stream knows me very well, they gave me Origins of the Wheel of Time.
Ooh, nice. That'll be a good
Nice.
read, I bet.
Yes.
My present got canceled because Amazon can't ship in time for Christmas, apparently.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, that sucks.
Did you get it by now?
No, I think there's one still in progress.
Okay.
I'm-
Well, hopefully it
I'm not
arrives.
supposed to know about it, so
Gotcha. We
Yes,
totally
it's
won't
enough.
say what it is.
No.
I don't know what it is. I'm just teasing you. All right.
Nice.
Well, we will move into tonight's episode. Before we left off 2 weeks ago, there had been some fun events. I'll do a bit of a longer recap here to kind of catch everybody back up, refresh anything. If I missed out on something at the end of this, players, please feel free to correct me once I'm done.
Yep, sounds
The
good.
story thus far has seen 5 particular individuals ever so slowly converge on a singular apothecary out in the Sir Witch Fields, a place upon a floating island where mainly ranch lands and beasts for food were raised. Giving a delivery and running into a rather rambunctious female and a talented bard, Dragax, Eva, and Red made their way to the apothecary, where they met up with Doctor and a Miss Elysia, who ran it. After a night's rest, I believe the Doctor and Elysia had already tended to someone who had been attacked by a sky shark, which was peculiar being so far inland. Those of you who were not from this place didn't pick up on that, but due to your experience, the rest of you kind of pieced together, especially Dragax, with your knowledge of being on the Cloud Ocean. Red and Eva, your knowledge of living mostly pretty far inland of the floating island. You know that sky sharks typically don't come this far in. If they even do come inland, they typically stick to the deeper clouds. Wanting to get some more information, you began to kind of understand how the Sir Witch Fields worked. Meeting with various family members, you met with the... Let's see here, I've got them right there. You met with the Collins, and you met with the Mosscale, 2 families. Not so much with the Mosscales. I believe they were a bit predisposed with the loss of their youngest to a sky shark attack. But thanks to quick medical help from Doctor and Elysia, you were able to save the lives of a couple of members of the Collins family. Actually, the head of the household, Lester, I believe, was the
Yes.
action the 2 of you took. That's right. I believe after the first night, you took a couple of separate ways, getting to your own devices. I won't speak too much on them because I don't want to accidentally reveal something that I know that no one else should know. But the Doctor, you had some work, quote unquote, to do.
Yes.
Eva, you went back to take care of your child, who is known by the party for the most part. I believe Doctor and Red met up with you at the particular Gunby's Gulps Tavern. Let's see, what else? You did take a trip out to the Ilrum Ranch, where you were walked about a bit and tried to find a tunnel or entry point that the Sky Sharks were using, which you had found in the Collins Fields. And you hadn't confirmed one in the Moss Scale lands, but I believe Elysia or someone did warn them to be on the lookout for a tunnel. If that's correct.
I believe so.
Okay.
Yes, we did warn them.
Then after some knocking around some knowledge in your heads, you decided to go back to the tunnel that was discovered in the Collins lands, and you dug up a bit of enough of the tunnel that would have been covered in for you to get in, followed it to the edge of the island, where thankfully nobody fell. I don't think there was even any close calls. No one even slipped off the rope, did they?
No, no one
No,
fell,
we did
surprisingly.
not.
You
I fully expected to be the one to fall too.
no, you had that. Someone went first, and I think did Drac fly up first
Yes.
and
Yeah,
put the
I did fly.
That's
No,
right.
Draken flew up last.
Last.
I
Someone
went
scampered
up
up
before
pretty
you.
first, pretty strong.
Yeah,
Red.
Doc went first, and
No,
Doc or
Red
Red
went
went first.
Red went
And then
first.
Drakic stayed behind because somebody was afraid of heights.
That's right.
Oh.
Eliza was afraid of heights.
Because I rolled for Red, I think, on this one.
Yes, you did.
Oh. Oh,
Were you
okay.
there for that one, Red, when you climbed
No, I was
up and out the
not.
tunnel?
Oh,
So
hmm.
I rolled for you. That's right. I rolled for
Mhm.
you. Red went first, secured a rope. Everybody got out. But it would seem as the night began to take hold of this area, a couple of figures came riding up to the area. Most of you hid, while I believe two of you, Elysia and Doctor.
We all hid. Elysia did not. And
That's
Elysia
right.
sold me out.
Elysia threw him
That's
under the bus.
right.
Uh-huh.
Oh, jeez.
I think that's right. Then the two of you are able to somehow get them to go on about their business before you rejoin your party members and made your way back to the tunnel entrance to where you began to fill the tunnel back in, but hadn't quite finished. Is that correct?
No, they finished the tunnel thing, but Elysia ran to her homestead because we had brought
She was about to head out.
She thought they were burning her apothecary down.
That's
Yeah, I wonder
right.
whose fault that was.
Someone
Uh-huh.
was beginning to make theories on her way out there, and then she
And the
made
doctor
it
had to go
back.
chase her down.
That's right. Made it back, and that's when the Sky Sharks came out of the ground.
Yes.
Correct.
Okay. Details I missed on our lengthy recap, and I apologize for that recap to our audience. I just want to make sure we got you caught up after 2 weeks off.
Nope, that actually covers everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
The only other details, the doctor got paid.
You did get paid. Alrighty then. Now let me get all my lovely tools open so we can run this encounter, which will be very much theater of the mind. I didn't see nothing too crazy gonna be going on here, so I didn't see the need to make a huge theatrical map.
Okay.
Maybe next time we get a map.
Ooh. Okay.
Nice. Can't wait for that one.
Oh, it's gonna be a good one too. All right. Well, as you have, I think someone actually was, you were just climbing out of there, I believe. And Elysia was just beginning to move off to head off to the
Collins.
She was about to go to the Collins, that's right. And she got about 20, 30 feet away
Mhm.
before the sound of dirt and cracking wood just exploded in the area as this incredibly muscular, powerful sky shark pushed its way after having squeezed through this 5 foot, 6 foot wide around tunnel and just as it goes into the sky. Doctor, first thing you notice is, yep, they're a lot bigger when they're alive.
I'm sure this is a bigger one than I
Well.
It is a bit larger. It definitely would have had to make quite the squeeze to get through the tunnel, but I say we would be able to ascertain with enough motivation of the treats left behind, it definitely would have made its way through.
Glad we were not in there.
You should definitely be glad you were not in there. As I look for my initiative tracker, my physical one, but I can't find it, so we'll just go all digital because I am all kinds of flustered right now. Because
All right.
well,
I have one question, and
Yes.
it actually is important to the combat. Do I still have mage armor up?
Oh man, when'd you cast it?
When we first entered the tunnels.
Oh yeah, easy. It's an 8-hour
Okay.
spell.
Yeah, I didn't know how long it had been.
I'm trying to remember. Did I cast any spells last time?
Not
I
to
don't
my
remember
memory.
Oh, your flight ability? That's about it?
You use
No,
your
no,
flight
that's-
ability, but that's just a racial ability you can use once per long rest or something like that.
Yes.
So you did use that.
Yeah, I don't think spells were. I think I cast the only spell, which is mage armor.
But with that, let's roll initiative.
Oh dear.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna pull out the real dice.
That's fine.
Oh, that's not bad.
I was just
Okay,
like,
okay,
what?
all right.
That's about what I expected.
Remember, I said I don't know if I even posted it to you guys, but there was something on Twitter that was like, it's 2023, roll a d20 to see how the year's gonna go. And I got a 4, so I posted it in another Discord, and I'm like, I'm just glad we got this out of the way to begin with.
All right. I'll bite.
True enough.
I'll bite. I'll roll a d20, see how yours gonna go.
Oh no.
Oh shit.
What'd you get?
What'd you get?
19.
Ooh.
Nice.
I got an 18 for mine.
And we all know I love Hexblades, so that was definitely a Hexblades curse crit.
That was a 4 for my initiative.
Oof.
Oh
And
Got
for
yours
the
in
year,
there.
I have a.
What's your
For
dex
the year,
mod?
I got a 7. That's a 1.
What's your dex mod? +1.
Yeah.
So which of us go first? We rolled the same.
I will put both of you roll.
Rollsies.
Yeah, roll a d20.
Okay.
You roll
One of you will be a 5, one of you will be a 4. Whoever wins will be
8.
the 5.
1d20. 2.
So
Alright.
I guess I go first.
Yeah, you're the 5.
I know I'm not making any attack rolls, so I'm just going to use spell effects. Make me saves.
Yay, I get to do all the attacks. Woohoo!
Now we'll roll for hers. Ugh. Auto roll my monsters. Oh, they rolled great.
Of course they did.
Of course they did.
But Eva, you go first. So as you,
Oh wow.
I would say
You
you're
didn't get
probably
my
about.
initiative, did you?
What are you at? What was that?
You didn't get my initiative, did you?
It sent it over automatically.
Oh shoot. Okay. Never mind,
Yeah,
my bad.
D&D and bond encounter bailier. So Eva, I'd say you're probably about, what were you, about 5 feet away from the tunnel at this point? Because
Yeah.
everybody finished up and you were starting to get out and head back. So the closest person would actually probably be whoever was doing the shoveling for the most part, which I think was Drag.
Aye.
Yeah, so you're the closest one. Red, you're not too far off. You were helping as well.
Okay. Good. All right.
But you were mostly using Mage Hand to do the work because it's you.
I mean, yes.
Nothing like
Bye.
happened when it exploded out of the ground, right? We just had some dirt thrown our way.
Dirt, a little bit of debris, nothing that's going to be a roll, nothing damaging, nothing that's going to be like, you have blinded or anything like that. Just more of an inconvenience and thematically just.
I'm not gonna lie, like I feel like the moment that boom came out, he just grabbed his shield and put it in front of him as he moved in front, tried to like drag right
As you
behind him.
Reach for your
As a
weapon, grab the
precaution.
shovel on accident.
Yeah, it's like I have shield in one arm, and I don't have a shovel in my fuck.
You ever seen a paladin smite with a shovel?
Well, we're gonna see today.
You're gonna see it today. So this creature, it's still technically a medium-sized creature, Eva, but it is the highest end you could be for a medium-sized creature. It's probably about 8 to 9 feet from snout to tail, back to back. It eats you, for meals. It has these. Actually, real quick, everyone, I have it right here. I have your passage right here. I don't need you to ask for that. Let's see here. Red and Doc, you both notice that along the typical scales of a sky shark, there seems to be various bits of hardened shells and almost like barnacle-like crustaceans, almost armoring this creature. It's interesting. Yeah. That's what I was looking for, but my brain couldn't grab it.
Lovely.
Well, this is going to get interesting, loves.
Eva, what do you got for me?
Based on previous knowledge, I'm going to assume this creature benefits on being strong and intimidating. So I'm going to go with neither of those, and I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers on this. I need a Wisdom 15 saving throw. Please.
Wisdom saving throw.
Yay.
Oh, that's a fail.
Nice.
That is 15 psychic damage, and that thing needs to go as far away from me as it can.
That's immediately, right? It uses reaction or something like that? Or is it just... I can't remember exactly.
Must immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far as its speed allows away from you.
Okay, when that happens, Drac, because you were so close, creature, you just see... Eva, how do you cast a spell?
You would probably see an interesting change in Eva's eyes that you didn't see before. And as she gathers this energy and releases it towards the sky shark, they're like little will-o-wisps, but they're like a black-purple color, and they just dig into this creature's head.
Okay. So all of you watch as Eva begins to speak these words, these silent whispers, 1 voice, 2 voices, 3 voices. Everywhere, these small little will-o-wisps of these colorations begin to just emanate around her, and then they just shriek forward, almost like a crawling, like the It Girl, just rapidly crawling through the air at this sky shark, and you see its eyes just wide as they can, and it turns and begins to flee away. Drac, which you thought originally it may have been a bad place for you to be, you realize now, because you are in such close proximity, you see a moment for a free attack. Please make an opportunity attack.
Ooh.
That's an 8.
8 does not hit.
It's because of the shovel.
You swing the shovel. And you're like, oh, hell. You actually, as you swing, the shovel, like, digs into the dirt and, like, sticks there for a second. And you have this moment to choose. You can just leave the shovel there, or you can try to pull it out.
Oh, no. That shovel stays exactly
Okay.
where it was.
Red kind of looks at him like, are you okay, darling?
It's like, I haven't been in a fight in a while. Don't mind me.
I'm used to fighting on a ship.
So much more better fighting on the ship.
I don't remember.
Anything else, Miss Eva?
I don't remember if I did this in the last session, so I'm going to burn another bardic inspiration and give it to Miss Red.
Okay.
Ooh.
How
And
do
that will be
you
my turn.
inspire her?
Okay.
That is a d6 for you for 10 minutes.
Ooh, very like. Okay.
Anything specific you wish to inspire her with, or are you just gonna give her some words of encouragement?
Just some words of encouragement. She's pretty kick-ass in her own right.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
All right. Next up is the creature's turn. Is the creature frightened of you for a certain amount of time, or is it just for that one burst?
Give me just a moment, and I'll
Uh-huh.
actually read you the spell.
If you could send it to the Roll20 chat, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Thank
That
you.
should work. Must immediately use this reaction if available to move as far as its speed allows away from you. The creature doesn't move into obviously dangerous ground.
But we are not.
On a successful
frightened of
save,
you.
it takes half
Okay,
damage. A deafened creature automatically succeeds. So I don't think it's a
No.
an enduring status.
So it has, and it's at this point it hovers probably about 3 to 4 feet off the ground. So as it darts away 15 feet, you watch as all of you see it quickly whips back around, and it's got a good choice of people there. But Drac did just take a swing at it, and he's probably the biggest, beefiest looking meal there is here. It's just being real.
No, that's fair.
Intelligence
That is
3.
fair.
He's hungry.
Yeah.
It's going to rush at you with its 40 feet of movement, and it's going to make a bite attack against you. 2 bite attacks.
Lovely.
Ooh, has a 12 to hit,
No.
and a 16 to hit.
No.
Wow. So as it comes up, you are beginning to reach for your main weapon, and you see the corner of your eye, the flash of muscle and scale. You're like, oh no. And you raise your shield up, and it just bites your shield and tries to, like a dog chewing a toy too big, tries to chew through it, like, and you're actually like inside its mouth for a minute, like, no, and you eventually push it off, and you manage to get it away from you before it does any real damage to you. You see a bit of like teeth marks around the outside of your shield now.
Yeah, he like kind of like looks down at his shield after he like knocks him away, and he just looks at the shark and goes, "That shark. This is a memento."
Red, it's your turn.
All right.
Drac, you're up next.
So, you're just gonna see her hurl a mote of fire that will hopefully hit. It does not. Cool. I can add that d6 to this attack roll, yeah?
Yes.
Sweet.
Yes, you can.
Oh, hey. 15 hit?
A 15
Yeah.
does not hit.
Oh, no. Okay, so she swings wide.
You aim and you release this mote of fire to creature, and just the last minute you can watch as it barely maneuvers underneath, and it just sails just barely over the top of the sky shark's head.
Okay. Pretty sure that is it.
Okay.
That's what you got.
Drac.
Okay. He's grabbing his longsword. He's going to look at this thing. His longsword is going to also be bathed in flames, as we are going to be using a searing smite on this.
Oh, okay.
I don't know as to the reason why it's decided to roll the damage now, but you know,
It's just when
fine.
you cast a spell. It's fine.
Yeah. So let's see if I hit it. That is a 22 to hit.
Oh, yeah, that hits.
Jeez.
So that is a 7 damage plus the 1d6 for Searing Smite. So that is 9 damage total.
Okay.
For Searing Smite. And on top of that, it will need to make a con save at the beginning of its turns. And if it fails, it takes an extra d6 of fire damage for the next minute.
Got it. Jot that down real quick so I don't forget it.
Mm-hmm.
Set a con save?
Yes, a con save.
Start or end of turn? Start?
start of turn. The save is a 14.
Got it. All right. Anything else for your turn?
That'll be it.
All right. Doctor, it is your turn.
I will maneuver behind Drax to stay away from the shark's combat range.
Okay.
And I have a mechanical question for you.
Sure.
If I cast a racial spell as one of my bonus actions, does that count as me casting a spell for an action as well?
I believe so, yes, because even though the sources is different, it's still considered a spell.
Okay, that's all I need to know. Then I will use my bonus action and cast Magic Weapon on Drax's longsword.
Oh, okay. So,
For the
Drac,
next hour.
as you see the searing smite slowly leave from your blade after we swing it in this wide arc, you gouge the creature well, and you see the arcane power, the divine power leave your blade. You watch as these various runes begin to etch themselves into it of this doctor, if you would just what's color is the scheme for your character?
Green.
You watch
Poison's green.
as this sickly green arcane symbol begins to etch itself into your blade, and this very, very slight sheen of green light wraps around your blade, almost like it was dipped in a quick tint of like green ink.
Your sword is now a +1 to damage and hit, as well as it will count as magical for the next hour.
Fuck.
Also, for Brandon's sake, that is not a concentration spell for me.
Thank you. Anything else for your turn?
Yes, I would like to use Toll the Dead on the shark. Would you please give me a wisdom save?
Absolutely. Toll Dead. Where is that? There you are. 19.
That's a fail. Oh no, I think he succeeds.
That's a
I was
success.
gonna say 19 is a
Yeah.
fail. What?
Yeah, no.
I was about to say, what the hell?
Calm down.
Doctor's hacking.
Yeah.
Then no damage.
No damage.
Yeah.
Thank you, Cantrip.
Maybe.
Pulling up something real quick. Elysia is going to spend her action beginning to cast a spell, and she's going to hold it until a certain moment. Top of initiative, I would say for this, Red. As you are somewhat close to the hole in the ground, you begin to hear this strange sound, like dozens of something moving through the earth beneath you. And
They sound big?
They do not sound big. They sound numerous and hungry. And as you are like, what is that noise? You look to see the source of it, and you watch as you look down in the tunnel. You see 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 smaller swarm of sky sharks, little pups, tiny. I mean, barely as big as your forearm. Well, tiny comparatively. They're large as your forearm and hand, but you know, tiny comparatively.
Oh, I got something for you.
Before me. Got it. Okay.
Oh yeah, they come up out of this tunnel, and the closest meal is Drac.
I got something for you.
It's going, and they will immediately begin to just surround Drac, actually taking up the same space as him, and just start trying to chew into him and get through his armor.
Oh, they're taking up the same space? Mm.
Yes. Is a 22 to hit.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And that'll be
Please be gentle.
the. Ooh, that's a good roll. 9 points of piercing damage.
I'm okay.
Okay. But you can definitely tell they are hungry. As what you're wearing, half plate, breastplate. I can't remember.
He is actually wearing chainmail.
Chainmail. So yeah, they are just chewing into you and your armor. But Eva, it is your turn.
Where it's always the little things that want to eat me alive.
All right.
Who gave this man a swarm of piranhas?
Oh my gosh.
Seeing that he is in need of some assistance.
Actually, with that, Elysia's spell goes off as she was holding healing word.
Oh, okay.
And as soon as you take the damage, you immediately heal 7 points.
Ooh.
Oh, that's even better. Oh, that's good.
So it's this
Nice.
weird
That's
offset, like,
nice.
oh, that hurts. Why are they chewing to me? Why do I suddenly not feel that bad? What's going on? And then you look over and you can see Elysia has finished releasing her spell she was holding.
You see, if this was anything else, he would actually smile and give a thumbs up. But he has no free hands.
You have no
anywhere.
thumbs. I'm kidding.
Dragex has lost his thumbs. All right.
I can sew them back on. Let me dissect these guys first.
We
So
can make
there's
you a
a
new
large-
thumb, a better one.
Yes.
There's a large one that has come back to Drac.
Yes.
How many more have now joined that one?
It is a swarm, so it could be looking at it, trying to count it, anywhere from 15 to 20.
Okay. I will give him a bardic inspiration as well because
Okay.
apparently this is just the thing that I can do for now. So a d6 for you, Drac, for
Yes.
ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
Okay.
And I would like to cast Bane on both the large creature and the swarm.
Ooh, nice. Charisma saving throw?
Correct.
Oh, that
What's
reminds me.
your DC?
15.
I can literally only pass this with a 20.
Come on, buddy.
It's a 12 for the swarm. And wow, a 16 for the big shark. You rolled well.
Wow, well done.
So the swarm
Wow.
is Bane. Let me get that jotted down. And
I will keep my concentration on that Bane for as long as I can.
okay. At the top of the Sky Shark's turn, it makes a Constitution saving throw, which it fails.
So it takes an extra d6 of fire damage.
Roll that
Oh,
d6,
roll it.
please.
3 damage.
3 damage as it is on fire, correct?
Yes.
Oof.
This shark is on fire.
At least I can see.
Frenzied and on fire, it is going to make a bite for you, Drac. Actually,
Okay.
what's his wisdom? No, excuse me, his intelligence is god awful. No, it's not smart enough. Well, he's on fire. When in doubt, roll for it.
Yep.
Yeah. It's smart enough to try self-preservation. It will run from you.
Okay. So since it's running away, let's see if I can smack it again.
You have a +1.
So that is a 14.
that with the +1?
Yes, that's actually with the Ford with it. But you know, screw it. Let me just add in the Bardic as well. That's a dirty 20.
Yeah, that hits.
So
Also add 1 to the
D8.
damage.
How dare you not take my bardic inspiration?
I did use it.
He used
I
it.
thought about it for a second. But yeah. Actually, I will also use Divine Smite on this.
Okay.
So I'll burn my other spell slot for this. And it does 2d8. So the original slashing is 6. And my Divine Smite is 11.
Oof. So the shark, you see this moment of intelligence take over its mind, and it turns to move away from you. But as it does, it exposes the largest, thickest part of its body to you, Drac. As it tries to maneuver away, I want you to tell me, how do you kill this creature?
Oh, I flambe this thing. Like, my sword, I take the biggest step forward through these little swarm around me, and I just go straight down, cutting
Okay.
into its spine, through its side, going right in the space in between its ribs.
Nice.
Did I ever show Jackets my notes on these things? I don't think I did.
No.
Nope.
Okay.
No, the only ones who know. Actually, no, Drac is the only one who doesn't know at this point.
Yeah.
But then again, I've also dealt with them enough times on the Cloud Sea,
You
so
have enough
therefore,
your own knowledge, yeah.
yep.
Yeah.
You
You
do
sever the
notice
spine, and
that
then you sever everything, all the organs on the side.
as
But don't
you
worry about it moving anymore.
as you channel that divine power through your body of the oath, you are beginning to walk in your life. You feel this spark of that radiant power flow through you, and there's actually a quick, like, small electrical flash down your longsword as you strike with this enchantment gifted to you by the doctor, this divine power flowing through you. The creature, you make the attack so forcefully, it actually causes like that what am I thinking of here? That impact to change the course of the creature midair, and it hits the ground and tumbles over 2 or 3 times before coming to a rest.
He looks there. He looks
Mhm.
proud of himself. Like, he's just like, yeah, I did it. And then at the same time, he's just like, wait, why am I still being nibbled? Ah, fuck. This shit's still good.
You still have the piranhas. Sorry.
So that's the end of that creature, for sure. Red, what would you like to do?
Well, that changes her plans a bit.
Fireball.
Right. Look, not gonna lie, she's considering an AoE at the moment, but it's not fireball. You know what? She's gonna go ahead and do. Oh, these things look pretty dexterous, probably. So she's gonna go ahead with firebolt again.
Okay, we'll hit.
It's an 18.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Sweet.
How much damage?
Shitty damage. 1 whole point.
1 whole damage. You watch as one of the small pups is just like sniped out of the swarm and just kind of falls 2 or 3 feet away from Drac.
Yeah, that's frustrating. All right. That's her turn. She has no bonus actions.
All right. Drac,
Drac
it's your
is just
turn.
gonna look over, and be like, oh look, sushi.
It's cooked now.
It's okay.
Lightly seared.
Exactly. So Drac is going to take like a mini step back out of this swarm. So that way the
Okay.
swarm is now in front of him. And then he takes a deep breath in.
Mm.
Okay.
And then he just breathes out onto the
There
swarm.
it
And
is.
I will need a It's not much, but I need a dex save of 12.
Oh,
I gotta raise his con up later, but that's
What
beside the
about
point.
no? That's an 11.
oh. Not expecting that.
That's a
Okay.
fail.
That's a fail.
How much
Alrighty.
damage?
It's a D10 right now, but that goes up to a 4D10 later.
Nice.
That is 3 hull damage.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That is 3 force damage, by the way.
Mm.
Okay. Okay.
So that would be the end of his turn.
Okay. Doctor.
I imagine since the swarm encompassed in front of him, I was right behind him when this happened. He probably backed up into somewhere square next to me.
Yeah, he would have probably. You would have been because you have to touch him for a magical weapon.
I do.
So you would have had to do that. So when he stepped out of the way, just directly, almost right in front of you, going across your vision, you see this just thick, hot heat wave like air just push through the creatures, and this bombardic force just hit them, and you watch some of them fall out of the sky, essentially.
I will look at this, and if only you can see a grin on his face, but you can't.
I will say this, placement wise, he would end up in between the doctor and Red. So that way they're both standing next to him.
Then I will brandish my syringe,
Okay.
and I will cast Cause Fear onto the swarm.
Ooh.
Okay.
I need a DC 15 Wisdom save.
Oh.
Mm.
How about a -1?
Oh no!
Oh shit.
Oh no!
I rolled a 1. It's a -2.
Oh.
So
I love it.
the green energy of the doctor will just consume of his form in their vision of these creatures, and they will just perceive him as a shadow, almost raven-like form.
Nah, forget that. This is too good to pass up. We need to do something a little more because I rolled in the negatives. We're gonna do a off the hip magic surge.
Oh, okay.
I like that idea.
So pick high or low, and I'm gonna roll a D100.
You've been rolling low, so I'm gonna say high.
94.
Yes.
What's your proficiency bonus right now? 2?
2.
Roll 2d4 psychic damage.
2d4. All right.
Nice.
Man, if this is what wild magic is like, I might need a multi-class.
That is
No,
4.
this is a Brandon custom hip moment. This is funny because I rolled a -1, so I'm gonna let something happen.
That is 4 psychic damage then.
Okay, so as you cast this spell, you're not sure if it's perhaps the magic of the island, because this is a much larger island than what you're used to living on. So it takes
By a lot.
that much more arcane power to keep it above the clouds, even though it does descend to reserve that power. So you're not sure what is assisting in this sudden surge of arcane power through your body, but when you pull down on that syringe and expend that resource to be cast, you just feel like a bit of your cloak shift up, your mask almost tilts up a bit, and you can see if you could see fear in a swarm, it is present. And they are afraid of you now, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
And all attacks on me would be at disadvantage.
On you,
As
and
well
while
as they
you're in
cannot-
sight, correct?
Yes, and they cannot move closer to me. So if Drac is right next to me, they cannot go to his
yeah.
face.
Cannot.
Well, I just moved. So since you were technically in front of me and I just moved out to the angle, they're still directly in our face.
Yeah, but they can't overtake you like they can as a
Oh, yeah,
swarm.
yeah. They can't try to turn me into shish kebab.
Mhm.
That's a fail, and the creature's taken damage. Five. A deep, resonant bell tone just quivers through the air surrounding this swarm of small sky shark pups. As you can see Elysia kind of point her finger, and centered on the swarm you hear boom.
If only
And
these things
you
were
watch
intelligent
as
enough to hear a response.
more of them. What was that?
If only these things were intelligent enough for a nice remark.
Yeah. And you see as a few more fall out of the sky. And top of initiative, it is that creature's turn. It's going to make its bite attack for you,
Which you? There's three of us
Drac.
on the line.
Drac. Sorry, for you, Drac. But it is shook. They cannot pierce your shield or your armor.
They can make their save throw for my frightened spell at the end of the turn.
End of the turn. I guess I'll do it now. That's a 1. Roll a 3.
Ooh.
Roll a 3.
You're getting there.
Eva?
I was gonna say, don't forget the Bane, but it
Oh
won't matter.
yeah, let's see if we can. Let's go more negative. I rolled a 4.
4.
Negative
4.
3.
Oh dear.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. What would you do with your turn?
I'm just concentrating on this spell, so unless anybody has anything else, I'm good to go.
Okay. You don't have any other spells you want to cast?
Not really. I feel like I'd be kicking puppies at this point.
Oh, so you want me to do that? Got it.
I mean, you
Okay.
don't have to. You can leave them alone.
Okay. Red, it's your turn.
Okay, so third time's the charm, yeah? Yeah, we're doing firebolt again. That is a 17.
Definitely hits.
Okay.
Big damage. Hey, 5 times more.
Yeah, alright.
You're 500% more damage.
Yeah. She's kind of stepping into her groove a bit, but that's it.
Alrighty then. Anything else for your turn?
Nope, that's it.
Drac.
I'm hitting with my longsword again
Okay.
with a crit. How many of these suckers were there left?
They're not looking too good.
Okay. So
So you're rolling
That's-
next 20?
I had a natural 20.
Oh shit. So you I don't know if you've been at one of my tables before or how I do crits.
I have been at your table, but we've never done a crit when I was at the
So
table.
it starts your damage starts at 8. Because
So
it's
it'll be
your weapon
12
damage.
because it's +4. So
Yeah.
I'll roll that other d8 now. So that is 14 total damage.
And you are welcome to add another creature to your belt tonight. How do you finish off this swarm of little innocent, hungry, frenzied sky shark pups?
He just stands there for a moment, waits, and then as they all line up, these last living ones, he just goes straight through.
Okay.
And he just looks at everybody. It's like, who wants shish kebabs?
All of you wait for a moment. Red, you particularly are now like, hang on, there may be more. And you give pause. And Doc, now that you're a bit closer, you and Red listen, and the rest of you wait. 1 minute. 2 minutes. 5 minutes. And I'll just ask, at what point do you attempt to recover the hole that was freshly burrowed through?
Oh, 5 minutes. He would have already kind of
5 minutes? You're
grabbed-
no bullshit.
He
We're going
would've
in.
grabbed the shovel.
I
Mhm.
kind of
and
agree
just
with that actually.
walked right over.
Okay.
Listen, give it like 2 minutes, hear nothing. Immediately starts shoveling right back into it.
Okay.
I would ask Miss Red for some light because it is dark.
Of
Unless
course.
because especially that corpse is not burning anymore.
Of course. And she'll reach down for a pebble and
You don't
cast
find one.
light. You don't find
I'm
a
kidding.
pebble?
I'm fucking with you.
Like, wait a minute.
A
I'm
grain of
gonna
dirt.
clop some dirt together.
No,
It's okay,
you.
you could have just
It's
grabbed one of the
easy enough to
piranhas and just
find.
used that as a light source.
I mean,
You pull a shark tooth out and be hardcore, but it's your call.
yes.
Is that what you want to do?
Yes,
You-
she's
you-
absolutely gonna do it.
Okay. Do you have a dagger?
Yes.
Of course you do. It's you. So you
Uh-huh.
cut out one of the fangs and you cast light on it, and there you go.
There you go, dear.
I will make Doctor will make his way over to the bigger shark, and I want to look at that carapace. This is new.
It has been dissected. It has been bisected for you.
Most of
Have
it's
fun
done
with it.
already.
It has
yeah.
been. Interesting. Make an investigation check.
All right.
Anybody helping cover the hole back up? Make a strength check.
That is a 23 for my investigation.
Nice.
Anybody helping me with the hole or no?
I mean, I don't have strength, but I can try.
Elysia will help
Okay.
you.
I
She'll
have
at
a
least help.
-1.
That's
Same.
okay
So-
because I'm still exhausted. So therefore, this just makes it a flat,
Aha!
flat 20.
Eva's getting it.
Yeah, I'm helping you. You're good.
Okay, with the help of
That's
you
a 10.
three, Doctor, you begin to get over there and you reacquire your bag from you had passed it off.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
get your
Drag
bag back.
at it.
By the time you get over to the Sky Shark, you're looking and you can only see just a few remnants of those interesting carapace-like features. And you actually look closer, you can see they're beginning to just almost deteriorate and ash away into nothingness. With a 23, you definitely know this is not a natural effect, and given your field of study, you would know that there's something to this particular one. It has been magically enhanced. You're not sure how. If you want to try and ascertain that, give me a religion or a history check.
I will give you a history.
Okay.
Actually, they're both the same. So, actually, those are religion because it actually makes sense for him.
Okay.
12.
12. I mean, it's a strange world. Yeah,
I'm foreign.
The
This is new
whole
land.
the whole world, as the four of you know it, exists above clouds, floating on an ocean of
Mhm.
cloud. There hasn't been any. I mean, in all your time of religious study and even just history, there's been almost no mention of a world beneath the clouds.
All right. At that, I probably begin the dissection
Okay.
because I need to recollect some more of its stomach acid. I need to refill.
Okay. With the 23,
shoot.
you're able to handle that. There's nothing
I was
crazy
about
to
to
that.
say, did I bisect the stomach by chance? Or...
Given that high of a roll, I say you can preserve a vial.
A vial? Okay.
I'll give you a vial, which would
Alright.
have technically. What's your uses for it again?
Work.
Okay. Just to help equate that into terms you and I can understand, think of it as one vial is pretty much 3 applications for a poison weapon.
All right. So that brings me up to 2.5 because I had to use 1.5 on the last time I was at work.
Okay. The rest of you get the tunnel filled back in, the dirt packed down, and it is dark. It is late into the night.
Kraken's gonna look to everybody. Well, it's gonna look towards the only light source he could see. So, where do we go?
Elysia just kind of speaks up. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go back to Well, let's go back to the apothecary. You're all welcome to stay the night there. If you want.
That works for me because I cannot see anything, and I'd rather rest up the night because also, like, he kind of like moves and cracks his neck and his back a little bit. It's like I'm a little bit sore.
I mean, I could always make a light for you too.
That is true.
If I look at Drax, does his chain armor look like it has little kinks in it and
He looks a
maybe
little messed
few
up.
torn pieces? Yeah.
Mhm.
Not heavily. Not like
yeah.
like it's useless armor, but just
Yeah. 'Cause
surface
I would like
scars.
I would like to use my mending spell cantrip on it to repair that for him.
Okay, for the next minute, you stand uncomfortably close to Drac. Begin. So you watch as some of the little rings begin to tick.
Do we need to give you two a room? Like,
Just
I
holding-
can move out of that one room I've been staying in, and y'all could share there.
I'm just holding both
No.
loads. I hold a lodestone in either hand.
He's just Mr.
just
Miyagi,
like-
the lodestones, just rubbing back and forth.
Wax on, wax off, wax on, wax off.
After about, I'd say probably about, it would take about 2 or 3 castings. After 2 or 3 minutes of that, your armor is back to pristine, freshly bought design.
He actually kind of looks down a little bit. Goes like, "That is very impressive. Thank you."
I can't have your armor going to waste.
Hmm.
And then he also looks to Red and so is like, "No, I'll still be sleeping on the couch. Good luck with that one, though."
All right.
I don't think we'd mind watching either. I'm just saying.
Right? I know I wouldn't.
I'm spoken for.
Oh, shame.
So Elysia will lead you all back to the apothecary, unlocking the door, letting you all in. You are welcome to take your night's rest, unless there's anything else you wish to cover.
That is all.
Nope, Red's just going to sleep.
Okay.
Yeah, no, sleep is good.
Hmm.
The night passes. The next morning
DM?
comes. Yes.
Oh,
Do I need to roll for this night? I don't remember.
No, because the previous night was when me and Red were staying in the inn with you.
yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember that.
well,
yes.
Okay.
The thing
will
is, I don't think. I'm trying to
I don't
remember.
remember what the roll was, so I don't know if I have to.
Yeah, I'm looking through our chat history right now.
I think it was a 16.
All I know is Red saw some stuff. She doesn't know what she really saw.
Yeah. You know, in order to get us back on track, just go ahead.
Oh no, we're currently at 14, so that would be every other night, which means that Rot would be correct.
Okay, so
if
you're good
that
tonight.
timeline holds.
You're
Okay.
good. Next
I
morning
knew I wrote
comes.
it down somewhere.
All of you wake up, begin to get your things ready. I would say Doc and Red, you would be the first two to notice, based on your passive perceptions, that Elysia is nowhere to be found.
She's going to search around to see if there's any kind of a note or anything left behind saying anything or indicating why she left.
Okay.
As soon as I would notice this after my morning ritual, so I'd probably do the same.
Yeah. After looking around, you do see that the door to one of the rooms that was usually kept closed is a bit ajar.
Oh, Red's going in for sure.
You head in, and it is make a perception check for me.
Okay. 15.
It is seemingly pristinely empty.
Oh.
There is a desk, there is a chair, there are bookshelves. There's like a reading nook, but there are no books. There is no paper. There is no ink. There is no quill. There is nothing except the furniture itself, and then a note placed on the desk.
Oh, she'll for sure read it.
As you read over it, it simply says, "I don't have time. My mentor came. Please be safe."
Okay. So she will go find the doctor.
I would probably be out in her garden because I know that's where she tends to go in the mornings.
Yes.
So
She will bring the note with her.
Okay.
So, Doctor, she left this behind, and her room is all cleared out. There's no books, no anything.
odd. Then he'll take the note and he reads it.
You read it. You've seen her handwriting enough to. You do recognize this is her handwriting, but it definitely make an insight check.
Okay.
See just how much you pick up. You're gonna get some.
22.
Good God.
Oh, Jesus.
Intelligence-based players.
As
Enlisted
you-
secondary.
Read this note. It is definitely her handwriting.
Mhm.
It is definitely rapidly written, and it
She
is
was in a
not.
hurry.
It is not in the same format as you see most of her immaculately written notes. Like even her to-do list, like her grocery list, her ordering list, things like that. Even that is still
Mm-hmm.
extremely
notes and all
pristine,
that.
well made,
Mhm.
clearly easy to read. This is quick. This is comparatively kindergartner chicken scratch.
Mhm. Hmm. Well, she did mention she had a mentor that would stop by occasionally, so I wonder if he stopped by when we were all still waking up or asleep.
That's probably what happened, but that's concerning because it means they got past me.
And me.
Red, at this moment, as you're thinking about that, you do recall that that room was not just empty, but clean. Pristinely clean.
And oh, it was clean too. Should we look in the kitchen? I wonder if the kitchen looks different. It was chaos in there when she was here.
Do I notice that when I was in her garden, I didn't notice anything like any specific plants missing
No,
that she had shown me? No, nothing's missing here? Okay.
no.
Then I would agree. We should go to the kitchen.
I mean, at the very least, we need coffee. For sure.
Kitchen looks the same. There's a couple of. I'm trying to think in the kitchen. No, it appears to be the same.
This is odd.
Hmm. Very concerning, but it didn't appear she was riding it into rest, just in a hurry. So I don't think we had to worry about her. But she seems to be worrying about us for some reason.
Interesting. Okay. Well,
I guess this is my apothecary for time being until she returns.
I suppose so.
Hmm.
Think we should wake the others.
If they're not already awake.
I mean, Drakic said he was going to sleep on the couch. I could check.
I would say Dracix, because you're sleeping off exhaustion, you're still out.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Oh no. When Red comes in, she sees him snoring. His shield is off to the side, right near his head, within arm's reach. His sword is kind of like resting on the floor, also. next to him. His
Mhm.
axe is just like resting against the back of the couch, pointing up towards him, and he's just there, passed the fuck out. And it's just
Maybe if we make coffee, it'll wake the others.
Oh, I wanted to see how Red would wake him up.
You know, I thought about having her sit on him,
Oh my
but
gosh.
you could definitely try.
oh, is this a challenge?
It's not a challenge. If it was a challenge, I would have said,
Do
I
what
dare
your
you.
character would do, is all I'll say.
Just do exactly.
Oh, she's absolutely sitting on his chest then.
Okay, so Drakex, as you are slowly floating through the clouds, slumbering away, rested, feeling almost like you're being just rejuvenated by the warm sun on your face, the wind of the open cloud ocean on your scales. Suddenly, a pressure begins to build in your chest. And in your dreamlike state, you begin to imagine these chains wrapping around your chest and slowly tightening more and more before you wake up.
Oh, and when you wake up, her face is right in your face.
The way that he wakes up is very, very special. He stays there and he starts to snore. And then all of a sudden, 1 second, he's laying down. The next second, he sees you and he bolts upright. And then he looks at you as you are now floating off of his chest.
I would
Not
say
the others.
you're less thrown and more just like shoved to the seat next to him now because it's a couch. So as he sits up, he would be in the middle of it. You would be like on the left or right side, or side you want to be on.
Okay. Something that you would also notice, though, if you're paying attention or however awake you are, is her eyes are very reminiscent of burning embers.
He looks towards you as he's just like, because as somebody who is actually on a ship, he would know that if you ever are woken up, it's because something happens, and that switch is flipped. It's sleep, awake. There is no transition. It is one, then the other immediately. He just looks and he goes like, "Huh, pretty eyes. Coffee ready?"
I'm pretty sure the doctor started, but Alicia's gone. She left a note. Her study is immaculately clean. No books, no anything.
That sounds weird.
It is because I believe you did get a peek in there at one point.
He did.
Yes, I did.
That place wasn't in shambles, but it was full, packed.
It was a chaotic mess that had order.
Yep, correct.
And he just like looks, he like blinks 3 times. He goes like, wait. It didn't look as if a tornado came through and threw everything around, but yet you could still find everything that you needed.
No, not at all. I mean, she's not here. Door's open. You can go look if you want. Here's the note. She passes him the note.
He takes the note and looks at it, reads the actual thing. He goes, feels weird.
Right? That's what I said. And that's why I woke you up.
Thank you. And then he just like stretches and just like yawns really loudly. Immediately afterwards, he just goes, "Okay, can you just get off my legs now so I can get up and."
If you insist, and she plucks the note out of his hands and heads to where Eva spent the night.
Okay.
Yeah, he's gonna grab his gear and then go in search of coffee.
Okay.
Would Eva be awake by this point?
That is entirely up to you. You have a full night's rest, and you did not need to handle anything else during the night. So I guess the question really is Eva a riser with the sun, like the rest of these people seem to be, or does she kind of sleep in for a bit?
Nope, she would probably still be passed out based on that roll.
All right.
So, you get a special treat.
Oh, I like special treats. What I
Do
get?
you head right in or do you knock?
Oh, she's knocking. She's not that big of an ass.
Okay. There is a
Treat
knocking.
lost.
Treat lost. Oh, damn.
Eva will get up and go answer the door.
Okay.
What time is it?
Time to get up. Lacey is gone. She kind of hands her the note.
Just blinking through sleep in her eyes still. She kind of holds it up and squints at it. Well, that's kind of sudden.
Right, her whole study is cleared out. There's no books, no anything. And this was in the study. The study was open.
Did we get robbed or something?
No, I mean, according to the note, her mentor came back for her. The doctor says it's her handwriting, if a bit rushed, but it doesn't appear to be written under duress. But she's gone.
I want to meet this mentor. Holy crap, he's good.
Right? How do you clear out all of that in one night and not wake anybody?
Oh, the things we'll be able to do with magic someday.
Right, I can't wait.
Is there coffee downstairs?
Of course there is.
Wonderful. Eva will hand the note back and follow her downstairs to coffee.
All of you.
Interesting note: when they come in for the coffee, it's served via beakers.
All of you
Nice.
converge into the kitchen surrounding a table with 4 beakers placed upon it with a hot, thick brown liquid in each of them.
He knows how to make coffee, at least. But
Eva picks it up and stares at it for a
If
minute.
you've ever
and then
heard
just
the if you
eyes
ever
the
heard
doctor.
the term military coffee or motor sergeant coffee or motor oil coffee, you know what's
Uh-huh.
about to be devoured.
the coffee, the doctor downs it.
Why are you pouring
Even-
yesterday's coffee into the water basin? Cycling it.
I would imagine
Even
I would have
gives-
a little heat burner for it as well, because my alchemy set.
I mean, I imagine that between you and Elysia, you have like a Bunsen burner and a few other things, gas stove.
Arcane Bunsen burner.
The reason he throws it in the bigger
Has
is
a
he does not
localized
know where to
firebolt on
keep
it.
The dishes.
Look, she's got create bonfire and control flames. So
Yeah.
one way or the other, this
We're
stuff's
gonna
getting
make
heated
this
up.
happen.
I can sacred flame it technically.
Eva gives the doctor a very long look at this coffee in a beaker, but downs it anyway.
It is strong. It
Oh,
is
Red just downs
bitter
it immediately.
and strong.
Drac is just drinking it as well, not even thinking about it. He just goes, coffee, perfect. Go.
You will be very much awake.
He's just like, so good.
Coffee devoured, breakfast had. What would you all like to do with your day?
How much have we figured out about the tunnels and the sky shocks?
Not much.
We have a strong suspicion of who is responsible, but no hard evidence other than their people being on the Collins lands where they shouldn't be.
We also have so far only located one tunnel on the Collins land, and we have no information on tunnels on the other properties,
Correct.
if there are any.
Well, that's pretty much where we stand. There's really not much else.
So, should we perhaps do some more investigation on the tunnels? See if we can find any more?
Well-
If you want to do that, I want to go see the moss scales. I know that we had warned them yesterday about being on alert. I wonder if they also got sky sharks last night. Because if we hadn't been at that hole, those sky sharks would have definitely gotten back to the Collins or elsewhere on the island.
The doctor would
Right.
also bring up the carapace on the bigger shark. It wasn't natural on the sky shark. It was definitely magically enhanced, though I cannot discern from whether someone gave it to it or if it was just a natural magical phenomenon.
If you see one on the next one, let me know. I'd like to take a look too.
If we can get to it quick enough, it seemed to disappear rather quickly once it was dead.
Lovely.
Quick
Drakex.
question.
No questions from you or ever quick. What's up?
Drakex,
Yes.
roll a religion check.
I was about to ask the exact same question.
I had to
Look,
check your
oddly-
background real quick.
That's a 9.
Roll's weird, man.
Oddly, she's proficient in religion too. And, backstory.
I'm half proficient, but I don't think that counts.
All right, Miss Bard.
You can roll one red.
All
But
right.
your DC will be
A nat 20?
adjusted.
A nat 20. Give it to me.
God damn it.
Woo!
Oh my God.
A nat 20 for a 24. All right. What's up?
So,
Mhm.
you recall a particular sect of religious worship that was a bit newer in the world, mostly started about anywhere from 100 to 200 years ago.
Mm.
And it began with the worship of the creatures of the clouds and respecting the environment of the cloud ocean. A particular sect worshipped a creature known as Zephyrus, as ZEPHO''RYS. Zephyrus was a legend to be a priestess of the ocean. She spoke with the clouds, and it was said in tales she could manipulate the ocean in ways that would allow ships safe passage. And as she brings this up, Drakex, you have heard of people, very narrow few people pray for safety and guidance to her. Most people kind of tend to the larger deities for their protection, but you have heard a few here and there wishing blessings for safe travels. So you would get the sense that somehow the protectors of this priestess were known to be enchanted with other creatures of the deep, further deep, those who had adapted to the darkness of the far, far undercloud, blessed with strange armor, carapace, barnacle-like.
That's rather curious, don't you think?
It is. I'm not sure how to take the information though.
Oh,
Mhm.
we should see if any of the families have connection to them. Those worshippers.
I was thinking the same thing.
That is probably the best bet. And if
Eva
anything, we
looks
could always go ahead.
Eva looks between the three of them. Okay, so for the dumb one in the room who doesn't know religion, what's going on?
Uh, cult of sky ocean worshippers, enhanced creatures with the barnacle type stuff that the doctor saw on the shark.
Got it. Probably bad?
Probably bad.
Okay.
Not
it.
so much. Anything that is considered bad could also be good. It all depends on how it's being used.
Right. Well, in this
I-
instance, they're using it to kill people, so yes, bad.
I will add a bit of my own knowledge in this. There are plenty of religion out there that have their own more zealot individuals within their orders. So this could be
Mm,
a simple sect of more zealot individuals who moved from, protecting the Sky Ocean to uh, attacking those who they deemed aren't respecting it.
hmm.
They do harvest the clouds here in the Sandwich Field, so maybe they see that as them not treating the clouds with respect in some way.
It's possible.
But it's still odd, either way, that the Elmore family can't think of the name. Really should have written it down in my notes.
Ilroom.
Mhm.
Elmore. That the
Ilroom.
Ildon family still are the least attacked ones. So maybe some of their family members or workers, at the very least, are members of this occult. And it
Right.
isn't all financial like we originally thought.
It's possible.
Well, here's the choice I can give you. I can go talk to the moss scales and see if they've been attacked, or I can go with you to the heal runes and maybe get them to admit to some things.
I do think it's good to go talk to them with the moss scales now and at least confirm whether or not they've had any additional attacks or have found a hole in their lands that they've recently filled.
Weren't the Moscales the ones that ran us off earlier?
No, the
Oh,
moss
which ones
scales
were
would be the Dragonborn
Those are
family.
heal runes,
Ah.
yeah.
Oh, the Elrons. Wait, wasn't there somebody like at the edge of the land that wouldn't let us onto the land to inspect the land for holes?
That was
Um,
the Moss Scale lands,
Yeah.
but you did not interact with the direct family.
Okay, yeah.
They were like, we're kind of busy, come back later.
Mourning
And we'll
the
see.
loss,
We should go to the Moscales then and see if we can do any good there.
That is probably the best bet we have.
Alright then.
As all of you head out towards the Moss Scale family, you've given at least two of you at least been there before.
Mhm.
I know someone went with Elysia.
It was Eva and Drakus, I believe, because Miss Red went with me into town.
Yes.
That's right.
Right.
Okay.
Yes, it was.
Well, as all of you head out with Eva and Drakex leading the way, we're going to take a break.
Ooh. All right.
It is 7:38, a bit later than I wanted to, but things were rolling pretty good. So it's like, we'll push up a little bit.
Works for me.
I know you
I'm
were
having fun.
Yeah, but we'll
Yeah.
take a, what you guys want, about 15, 20-minute break? 15 minutes?
15 fine.
I'll set a 15-minute timer. We're going to take a 15-minute break, y'all. So please take this moment to get up, stretch, walk around, get some snacks, get some food, do some D&D stuff like that. We eat too.
Yeah.
Snacking is okay at the table. No one tell you otherwise.
Eat all the snacks. Eat all the snacks.
Eat all the snacks. All right, we'll see you guys
See,
about
we talked about this.
Shush. We'll see you all in about 15 minutes. Hey, everybody. welcome back. Thank you for hanging out during our break. I know I went and got myself some more water. I'm saving snack time for later on so I can get some disgusting, greasy, fat kid food. I've been really good. Okay, I've been eating really healthy. It's time. It's time to break it up a little bit. I need some fat kid food.
That's
Pocket food is
interesting.
delicious. Hmm.
Oh gosh, I'm not ready for it. And let's see here. Trying to think if there's anything else to speak on before we just dive right back into it. I don't think so. No, let's just dive right back into it. Thank you all for hanging out during a break. Hopefully you yourselves went and took a break and stretched your legs, got some water. I know I did.
Use the restroom.
Mm-hmm,
Keep those body functions going.
Sure you can wash your hands. 20 seconds.
Always.
Sing happy birthday, you know.
Yep. Sing happy birthday. Not here. It's copyrighted.
Isn't it?
Still can't. Yeah, it's a
It's
crazy.
really dumb.
Yeah, it's awful. I'm not going to get into it because I'll go on
Who
my.
the fuck
I'll
owns
go on.
that copyright?
I'm not going to get into that one. I'm going to do what Elsa taught me and let it go.
Also, don't sing that one.
Nope,
So-
but I can quote it.
Orjax dies next session. Got it.
Why? What did I do? Anyways, we head back into tonight's episode for our last bit here. All of you are making your way towards the Moss Green Lands. Upon approach of their main house, you notice a familiar carriage out front,
Of course.
headed
Well,
by
this doesn't
two
bode well.
large horses. On the ribbons twinned on the back off two separate posts of black cloth with a single silver the letter I engraved into it.
Anybody at the carriage?
The driver is there, just sitting there.
Damn.
I'm just gonna ignore him. He's not what I'm here for.
All right, what do you do?
I guess we'll approach the door, and if we hear yelling, we'll wait for it to stop. Or we not, or at least Doctor will.
Okay. As you begin to get closer, sorry, I was looking for my. Got a weird message on my phone. I thought it was actually going to cause alarm. It's not. It's crazy. As you get closer, you do see the front door open. You're about, I'd say you would see the cart from a distance, and then once you got with about 30 feet, you could realize the details on it. And then once you got within about 20 feet of the carriage, you had been about 30 feet from the door. You watch as it swings open, and out walks a rather upright, kind of beer-bellied but barrel-chested, thick-armed, well-dressed individual with this kind of black, slicked-back hair. I would say some of you do recognize him, though I don't know if you ever got his name. But you do, I believe Elise at least pointed out who he was, correct or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
The last time.
You can see he has a couple of rolled up parchments in his hands, a bit of a smile on his face, and he heads towards his carriage. He gets in, and the driver takes off.
That looks a little bit ominous.
Looks a lot a bit ominous. I really hope they didn't sell.
I'm gonna go knock on the door for him.
You knock on the frame, and you are met with a somewhat younger, probably, if you had to guess, probably 20, 25-year-old, green scaled male dragonborn. Dressed in simpler clothings, not quite a work attire, but also not like, noble's clothes, essentially. Probably like the lower end of what you would consider like the nicest clothes they probably have.
Yeah.
Um, good morning. Can I help you?
Uh, yes, I'm very sorry to intrude. I was here with the apothecary lady yesterday, inquiring about the injury that had occurred here. We were just stopping by to check in on you as there was another attack that was prevented last night. Is everything alright here?
Um, I mean, sure you heard of my brother, but
Uh, yes, my condolences for his passing.
thank you.
We're currently in the process, and somebody had the note.
The
Maybe
doctor has
Elise?
it.
Oh, doctor has it. I'll kind of just like nudge him.
Mhm.
We,
And
we
he'll present the note.
we have a bounty from the crown. We're looking into these attacks to make sure that it doesn't happen again.
And you can see he kind of takes the official notice from you, reads it over. Well, I guess technically you're free to do as you wish. We don't own these lands anymore, so as of tomorrow, you'll have to take it up with the Ilrum family.
You sold to them?
I didn't. My father. And he at this point you can see he like lowers his voice and closes the door, but he comes outside with you. Like he closes the door, but he's out with you. My father did sell, yes.
The doctor just
That's
kind of lowers his head with just nodding that no. Like, damn.
well, that means we have today to prove it.
Indeed.
We. I really hate to pry in this really shitty time of yours. Um, have they been trying to do this for a while now? They seem rather,
Persistent?
thank you, in getting something out of the lands around here.
Um Give me a general charisma check, please. Miss Eva.
14?
14? Okay. He he's still a bit closed, but you can also just see there's just defeat. So he yeah, I mean, not as persistent as they have been the last few months, but yeah, we tried to make a home here on this. Had enough money to buy the lands from the Collins, and we took it over about I don't know a generation or two ago, not long. And now, I guess we just didn't have what it takes.
The doctor will look at him. Sorry, but I didn't catch your name.
My name is Dinko.
Dinko. Oh, uh, Dinko. I know this last few days, especially for your family, has been rather difficult.
Yeah.
The loss of your younger brother, and today, obviously, but I'm afraid I don't want to sound too rude in this, but I believe your father has made a mistake.
Him.
Well, I do have my reasonings for believing in that, and that is due to on the Collins lands, we have found a tunnel that leads all the way to the edge of the island, and is where the sky sharks had been coming from, attacking their land.
Leads to
This
the
was
edge.
yes, it was dug by man, obviously,
We found
and
one the other just last night.
Were there any,
good.
were there any attacks last night that you were aware of?
No, a couple of their hands came up later in the evening saying someone was rambling about the tunnels in the land, so I had them do
Yes,
a quick swoop and
that would be Miss Elysia. She
oh,
did come by the day it happened to your brother.
I see.
But
Well, no, we were able to at least get it somewhat covered in. So
Good.
nothing I know of.
That tunnel probably also leads straight to the edge, and that's where the sharks came from. We did do a search on the Ilruin family farm as well, and did not find a tunnel there, though they had claimed to be attacked. And given their persistentness with your family about purchasing the land in the last few months, as well as their attempts to persuade Mr. Collins to sell as well, especially after these attacks, I
You can
do
see it
not
kind
think
of like defeatedly slumps against the door pane, is kind of puts one hand in front of his head. He'll own the whole Furwitch Fields before he's done.
Not
Not
if I
if-
can help it.
not if what we believe to be true. Based on the evidence we have found so far, it's very likely that the Ilrooms are responsible for the Sky Shark attacks to begin with.
We're still investigating, so please keep this to yourself for now. Even with your family, we will come to all of you when we have evidence. But if you need a place to stay, the apothecary is vacant and it might house your family for a few days while you find somewhere else.
We'll be fine. He's a
And I'm sure
cheat, but he at least paid a decent price. We can be moving into the city.
Alright.
Hopefully, if we turn out to be right, your family can get the land back.
Is there anything that you need right now? You or your family?
No, we're just gonna start getting packed. Make our way to the city.
Well, please give your family our condolences. We're gonna take a look around the tunnels. We'll close them back up when we're done.
Kind of nods his head a bit and just like he idly like just not even realizing it, he just keeps talking a bit. It's like, yeah, we'll move the city. I've been thinking about moving up to the quarry up north. Here it's good work.
Just be careful.
Yeah. I need Red and Eva to make a history check for me.
You got it.
And actually, Jackix, you too.
That's a
Hey,
dirty 20.
Nice.
that's 5.
Okay. So for Eva and Jackix, you just know it as the quarry to the north. You know, it's just where a lot of mining happens. You do know that it's being just heavily worked on and dug into, not only to be used to one, lighten the island, but also just the precious minerals within it. Red, you specifically know that the Rainbow Quarry to the north was given its name because various pockets to the elemental plane of Earth were found there. And it was almost as tales give it, a rainbow river of gems and jewels pouring from a tear.
So is it still that way? Is there still plenty of things to mine there?
That is a bit of an older tale you've heard. And
Okay.
in recent years, you do know that either something has caused the tear to diminish, disappear, but you do know that there is still a very heavy like strip mining mentality to the north. Like it butts up to the small hill / mountain range that separates the north from the south.
So you're headed to the Rainbow Quarry then?
Yeah, that's what I hear they call it.
Well, good luck. I hear it's also run a bit dry recently.
We'll see. They're still offering good pay, so that's what counts in these times.
Very true. It's hard work.
Yeah, it's all right. I'm young.
Before we take our leave, Doctor will place out his hand on his shoulder and may the gods Brigantia protect your family.
Thank you.
And he will make his way out.
And he will just kind of head back inside unless otherwise stopped.
Mm-hmm. Good here.
All right. What is your next step?
Should we go check everything out?
Probably find the hole at the very least.
Yeah.
All right. I will say, who would like to head this up?
Rock would probably be in the lead in order to be muscle as well as shield for everybody else.
Okay.
The doctor will probably be not too far from him to give him to be the eyes, essentially.
Alrighty then. Then both of you make a perception check, or one of you can choose to make one with advantage.
I have a
I'll let you do it.
Meat shields say help.
24.
Damn.
Oh, dang. Okay.
You see, it's a good thing the meat shield said he'd help.
It's a 19.
Yeah. Kind of following the tracks, you head first actually to one of the side barns, Doctor, as your mindset's like, well, they had to haul the dirt somehow. There'd be cart traffic. So you head to one of the side barns. It's probably about 100, 120 feet away from the main house. And there's just a cluster of like 2 or 3 barns where, you know, cattle are kept overnight and other farm equipment. And you find a one where the cloud harvester is, along with a couple of empty carts. Looking over those, you see one that has a bit of like a dirt within the bed. And you're like, this one. And you look at the ground, see where most of the traffic is. Figure it probably took a few loads, and you begin walking.
Alright.
Probably about an hour and a half, 2 hours, you come upon this, this one's about 10 feet across, barren patch of slightly sunken but packed in dirt.
Okay.
All right. Shall we get to work?
Might as well.
I guess I'll start digging then.
Do we bring tools?
Did you bring tools? It's a
In all
very good
honesty-
question.
In all honesty, Drac would have actually left the hole that with the shovel that they filled last
You
night.
just stole the shovel.
So he has a shovel. He doesn't know about anybody else, but he definitely has a
You
shovel.
have 1 shovel and 4 workers.
Hey, mage hand. Come on.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry, Mage Hand. Jeez.
I'm not about to get myself dirty.
Listen,
All right.
Drac is just like looks the moment that he's about to like, he looks at everybody else and just realizes. Tulbo just standing there, and the last one putting his on a mage, and he's just like, I really am the muscle of the group. Okay, then. He just starts to work immediately.
All
Listen,
right.
if
You'll
you
be
really
alright.
want help, I can try.
Should probably end up putting it back in.
Fair chance.
So with the assistance of Mage Hand lifting, how much? 5 pounds? 10 pounds? What's
10
Mage Hand's
pounds.
limits again? 10
10
pounds? That's not
pounds,
too
come on.
bad. 10 pounds of dirt in 1 scoop? That's not bad.
That's not bad at all. You don't act like she's slacking over here.
Okay,
No, I'm just
okay,
choosing not to
okay.
get dirty.
Give me a Constitution check. Drakex.
That's a 13.
Okay. You're not exhausted.
Thank God.
Fifth day in a row.
Oh,
It would have really been like the 3rd day in a row.
Third day in a row, yeah.
You're telling me you don't want to wake up with me on your chest, darling?
He
That's what I
looks at
thought.
her. He looks as he continues to do this, but like, there are finer things I could wake up to. That
Oh.
is probably up there on the list. I'll not tell you what number it is,
That's
but
right there with
yeah,
that.
we'll run with that.
It's right there with
And
that.
just
Had
goes
better.
back to work.
The ambiguous answers.
Yep. So it takes you a good bit of chunk of time. I'm actually going to roll a dice to see how many hours it takes you.
Mm.
Oof.
Oh.
By yourself, with a simple mage hand helping you, it takes you about 4 hours.
Can I reduce that by putting magic weapon on the shovel?
No.
Okay. That's all I could ask.
Oh, man.
I'm pretty sure alchemy supplies don't come with tools for digging.
So come just past lunch, you finish up to where you finally head down and you hear thunk. And you have hit a similar wooden apparatus that is assisted with filling in this hole so they wouldn't have to just keep shoveling dirt endlessly. It's at about a 45-degree slant, counter directional to where the slant of the tunnel is. You can break your way through or you can dig it up. What's it going to be?
He's gonna look to the others.
I have a rope.
Let's not break things.
You might need it for refilling.
Then digging it out it is.
All right, about an hour passes. You get all the dirt out of the way, and you are able to begin to attempt to loose this wooden blockade from its place. Make a strength check.
I like to imagine that the doctor pull out his playing cards and start playing a game of cards with Eva.
Well, can
That's
we use
14.
the rope as like a? Okay, never mind.
No, hang on. Go ahead.
Can we use the rope as kind of like a pulley system to be able to pull it out?
Sure, roll again.
That first one was a lot better.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
With a 14, you said?
Yes.
You get the pulley system set up, you get everything kind of hooked through, and with a couple of heavy heaves, it loosens and you manage to make enough space for you all to squeeze through.
Even Drakics?
This tunnel is a bit larger. I would say the skinniest point is about 8 feet across.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
You can turn around.
I can actually stand fully.
I will drop down and you said it was like mid-afternoon. It's still pretty dark down here though, huh?
After a certain point, it will get dark, yes.
I mean, I
I'll
could
pull my
always.
lamp.
Yep. Or you could do that.
What'd you do?
Pull out the lamp and light it again because
Okay.
it would have gone out by now.
All right, you light your lamp.
Oops, not that one. That one. There we go. I will wait for my friends to come down here with me.
Doctor would slide his way down.
She's already in the hole.
Okay.
Surprised me, she'd be in the hole.
How far do all of you walk? Do you walk
that is
till
a
it
good
ends?
question.
Do you walk till it ends, or at a certain point would you stop? Is all I need to know.
We would assume this goes to the end anyways.
So
And
if it looks like it's heading that way.
yeah, I would say we go far enough to get to the first meat pile, I think.
You walk for about 30 minutes, and there's nothing there except a few scraps.
So some has come through and this tunnel's dry.
Maybe they came through last night since they couldn't dig it. Since they couldn't get through the blockade at the end.
Maybe.
Probably.
Drac would try to continue forward, but without any light source.
Sure.
If Data decided to turn around, he's gonna turn back too.
As you're looking
Red's gonna
over,
smack him in the back of the head with the
as
mage
you're
hand
looking
and keep
over
going.
what's left behind, Doctor, make an investigation check.
All right. Not an advantage. 14.
14. You pick up one of the bones and you look over it, how it's kind of been chewed on. You're able to ascertain it's definitely one of the smaller ones. Probably one of the smaller pups came through.
Okay. So it probably got to the end, couldn't get out,
And then you begin to notice some familiar markings at the ends of the joints and the particular methods that this was removed from its main conjunction. Very familiar handiwork.
I pull up my scalpel.
Your handiwork.
Oh. Oh. All right. Well, I know where the bodies are coming from.
How so?
I disassembled this one myself. And I look to Red. This seems to be your acquaintance.
Remind me, was it Villis or Radrion that was?
Villis was missing because Radrion
Right.
was the drugged out one.
Ah, got it. So you found Villis. I'll have to tell Radrion.
Eva's just looking between Doctor and Red and Doctor and Red. This is the one? And you chopped him to pieces?
I mean, he was likely already dead. That's the
He
only
was.
reason.
He was already dead. I can confirm that. I took a job at the mortician, remember? And this one being the more shady kind. And I don't know where the bodies go after I cut them up. But I guess I do now.
At least for the moment.
Drax is gonna look to the doctor and just be like, wait, who owns the mortuary that you work for?
I don't believe I've met the owner. I've met a person in charge, but I don't think he was addressed as the owner.
Do you know who owns it by chance, or?
He prefers to be called Mr. E.
Mystery, you know.
Mhm.
Of
Red
course.
knows.
It was the Vias family home, who I am employed by.
Alright then. I should be disturbed by this, but honestly, I'm not surprised. So.
I did say I'd take a job as a mortician or as a doctor, whichever was more available, and mortician was more available, apparently.
Right, it was.
Okay.
Well, looks to Red.
Yeah.
Good luck with your friend, I guess.
Oh, not my friend at all, dear.
I noticed the first time. A little bit of sarcasm in there. But I wonder how well he's going to take to the news that he's
He's
in pieces.
Well, I don't think he'll really comprehend or remember, to be honest. He's a little, I don't know under whether it's quite the right. I mean, he's on lots of drugs. I'll just put it that way.
I will say, Eva, when you first were introduced to these two characters, you did notice there was one that was a bit lanky and a little more skittish.
Right. Okay. That's not what I expected to find down here.
I mean, I didn't expect to know one of the bodies.
Neither did I, but I recognize my own handiwork.
Now we know that the Rice family home is providing bodies to someone for this, so perhaps a trip back to town would be the next on our list.
Do we want to go see the end of this, or do we think we're good?
I believe we are okay for now.
Right, we
I
see
think
the
we're gonna-
bodies here.
I think we're getting as much evidence as we can from the search fields, at least until we confront the go rooms.
So now we need to talk to Mr. E.
Sure, Miss Aurora is in, at the very least.
Probably.
Also,
do
I
think-
do have a idea we need to probably do while we're in town, because I know that Miss Eva, you're the only one of us who can see in the dark, correct?
No. That's
mean,
why
I
I have the lamp.
Oh, that's right. It was who was it? That has the,
It was Alicia,
Alicia, just Alicia?
Yep.
pretty sure.
Well, I have the money.
Party
I
with
paid.
no dark vision. What great Christmas gift is this?
Well, that's to ruin your fun.
Hey, remember, we gave you this party before this started, so therefore you've been having this prior to.
This is nice.
Well, maybe we can go in town as well as do a little bit of shopping for some magical equipment to see in the night.
Certainly. Let's.
I do have the money to purchase maybe 2 or 3 of them at the most.
Let's pack it in then. Literally.
Yes,
Sounds
we'll need to.
All right. I would say the act of getting the block put back in place and filling it back in doesn't take nearly as long. I'll say half the time.
Mhm.
And then you are, let's see here. I would say you probably had rations and things like that for lunch, so it's pushing into beginning of dinner time, and let's see here. Nope. Eva and Doctor,
Mm-hmm.
with your, it's strange as the sun begins to push to set, though it's still early, but it's beginning that descent. Both of you feel this spark carefully at the back of your necks, and all the little tiny hairs and the goosebumps down your spine just twitch up for a half second. And both of you just each have this moment of, we're descending. You don't feel it. You've never felt it. But you just know.
All right. I would say we probably would make way to the apothecary for tonight at the very least.
Okay.
I still have my key to the building.
That's right. You let yourself in.
And I got, assumes it's technically my building at this current moment. I have 3 guests. I will go cook dinner.
Okay. You were able to make a decent meal for everybody. All of you enjoy a nice meal. If there's any final conversation you want to have for tonight in this session, please feel free to engage in that. If not, then we will close it out with the beginning of a long rest.
Ooh, question.
Yes.
Roll now or roll next time?
Roll next time. We'll start with that.
Spicy.
That's why I want to end here and start there. This is chosen for a reason.
Oh, lovely.
So please, if there's anything your characters wish to discuss or do before you go into a night's rest, feel free to do so. Don't let me cut you off.
Drac would actually have nothing to say.
Okay.
Mhm.
He'd eat and probably just camp out on the couch as is his habit.
Okay. There would
Mm.
technically be a free bed now. Technically.
Mhm.
Yeah, he due to how he was raised and everything
True. Yeah.
else.
I'm surprised you don't try to put a hammock up here somewhere.
Uh,
If
I
we make it
have
really
he's
difficult
thought
for
about it. He has thought about it.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well then, that is where we will end tonight's session. We will pick
Yeah.
up
All right.
next week with the beginning of a long rest and some particular events that will become a little more apparent.
Dear God, please no.
Mm.
Spicy.
Yes, very much so. But until then, thank you all so much for hanging out. Thank you all for being here, listening. Hopefully, you enjoyed a very good story. And if you did, feel free to hop over to either of our Discords. Like I said, we have the Player Hater Gaming Discord, where we mostly just discuss life, share memes, and chit chat. If you want to engage in more roleplay and some West March's text based server, head over to Ashurma. And we have some fun shorts, little content snippets coming out on our TikTok here for too long. Got a few things to nail down for ideas, but got some fun things coming, and also some lovely projects for our Patreon that I'm sure Miss Nix will be speaking on here for too long.
Yes.
Yes, of course. Well, until then, if you enjoyed tonight, make sure you stick around Sunday for the return of our Twisted Perception stream, where you will see the players of Red. Excuse me, no, sorry. I'm just so used to you being a part of the Twisted Perception stuff. I forget you're not there. I'm sorry. You will see the player of Dracox play a very different, very fun character as they are
yes.
heading into their end game, and I cannot wait to see how it goes. So
Still a meat shield, but yes.
still a meat shield, but yes.
Mm-mm.
Until next time, please, all of you, have a safe night. Stay warm. I know here where I'm at, it was a crazy warm temperature, but also that meant there was tornadoes. Thankfully, everybody was safe.
Yeah.
But as we do get into the colder months, stay warm, take care of yourselves, and have fun. And we'll catch y'all next time.